I'm going to try and do a test on CLR and 4 Schillen barrel stubs. These were taken from 4 stainless steel barrels, 6mm diameter. We're doing everything we can to mark these and make everything as transparent as possible, showing our measuring equipment and showing our verification procedures here, showing everything runs zero, and then on the parts themselves we're measuring from the top down, and this is why Schillen and a lot of other barrel manufacturers tell you to cut an inch off of each end of your barrels, because the internal diameters and the external diameters are not true to the barrel diameter that you're looking for, so you need to stub these things off, and this is why you start with 32-inch blank and end up with a 30-inch finished part. So we're going through, measuring everything, documenting everything. At the end of the video there will be a rolling like credits showing all the dimensions that I found, and you'll notice that some of the dimensions do not match up with the beginning of dimensions, but they only mismatch by a tenth to maybe 1/1000th, and I feel that that is due to my inexact measurements of holding the parts and trying to get them measured up perfectly. So soaking the parts, and then we're going to use Detronics gauge pens to measure the bore. I kind of screwed up, and you'll notice the timestamp that I put on the lid there, and I'll have to correct that. But in any event, what we found was that the CLR did in fact etch the steel, and for what I did here really didn't show any conclusive results. There was no severe damage, there was no major defects or anything like that. But this was only one test, 4 stubs, one time. So the question then comes down to prolonged use of this stuff. Yeah, it's gonna degrade your barrel over time, but in the lifespan of an F-class barrel, I don't think it's going to matter. For a rifle that has about a 1,500 round lifespan to the barrel, you're going to clean your gun about 15 times, say every 100 rounds on average. And if you use CLR every time, it's going to get hit with CLR 15 times. I seriously don't think that is enough to do any real damage to the barrel, especially if you're doing it the way most do, which is to wet patch the barrel, let it soak for about 15 minutes, and then clean with isopropyl alcohol and push everything out. So my feeling is, if you simply follow basic cleaning procedures, you use a good bore guide that's sealed, you point the bore down as you're cleaning so everything runs out the muzzle, and you don't soak the barrel overnight in this stuff, you're not going to suffer any consequences. Now on a hunting rifle or something that's going to have a lot longer barrel life, I would not use this stuff on those rifles. So there you have it. There's my results. Do with it as you please. Have a good one.